I started working on homelessness in 1990 as a tutor for children who were experiencing homelessness in Washington, D.C. So I saw directly the impact of homelessness on their lives, including their education, but I also saw their incredible potential and how education really could be that lasting path to a better life. And from there, got involved in other advocacy organizations, worked on housing issues, I worked on income issues, I worked on health issues. Early care and education was always my passion, both because I saw directly the impact on young lives, and I was also really inspired by the people working in early childhood and in K-12 education and in higher education, and saw their passion and what they were able to do for children, youth, and families that no other system could even touch. Homelessness impacts every area of child and youth lives. It impacts their health, their development, their emotions, and their learning. We know that homelessness poses specific barriers to education, barriers to enrolling in school, attending school on a regular basis, getting the support necessary to succeed in school. And at the same time, we know that education, getting a high school degree, is imperative to getting out of homelessness. In fact, lack of a high school degree is the single greatest risk factor for experiencing homelessness as a young adult. The mission of SchoolHouse Connection is to overcome homelessness through education. We support the full continuum of learning from prenatal through post-secondary. We provide strategic policy advocacy at the state level, at the federal level. We also provide a tremendous amount of practical assistance, that hands-on help for communities and schools to know how to identify children and youth who are homeless and how to support them in getting the education and all the services that they need to thrive. We also have a youth leadership and scholarship program where we are providing direct support to young people to and through higher education and into the workforce. Those young people are the heart of everything that we do. They inform our training, they inform our policy advocacy, they inform our practice. I'm also very inspired by the people who are working in public schools to identify and support children and youth experiencing homelessness. They have their eyes on children and families in a way that no other system does. They see children day after day, year after year. They are focused on children and youth as people and meeting their needs in a much more holistic way. So you take the power of that network of people working on homelessness in early childhood, in K-12, and higher education, and then have a national organization that can listen to them, learn from them, and then advocate at the state and federal level to make sure that they have the resources, they have the policies, they have the tools. A very basic thing that the public can do is simply to learn more. For example, on our website, we have data profiles. No matter where you're living, you can put in your school district or your county or your state and see how many children and youth have been identified. You can see where they were staying when they were first identified, how they're doing in school, what the demographics are. So learn more about what homelessness for children, youth, and families looks like where you live, and then find out who's doing something to address it. It might be the school district liaison. It might be somebody on a higher education institution campus. Every single elected official at the local level, at the state level, at the federal level needs to hear from their constituents that this is an issue that matters and that they need to take action on.